Hello, Pisces. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. Where is your website? It's over here. I think it's schifferbooks.com. I think it's there. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out if you want to. It's over to the side of the barcode. So if you want to check that out, feel free to check that out. Schiffer Books? Schiffer Books. Anything I'm missing on this? I don't think so. Gabby Angus West. Okay. I've used this deck before. I really enjoy it. Oracle cards, Spellcasting Oracle cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lisbeth. I love this deck too. Websites are here on the back. She Who Is Art is the one that I notice a lot, but if there's any of the others you want to check out, just freeze frame and check those out, of course. Cool, good, great. Okay. What's going on for Pisces? Because I'll say it sooner or later anyway. I'm a Pisces too, but there's cards just flying out all over the place. I mean, 5, but still all over the place. So I'm like, what is coming, or what's going, or what's... There's something around you that's either coming or going. I just don't know yet. We'll get there We'll get there when the energy pops in. What's behind the truth? What's behind the truth? Somebody knows you have talent. Okay. Something is leaving. Somebody knows you have... Something is definitely leaving. I feel like they just... But they're saying whatever's leaving, this isn't bad. So keep that in mind. Something is leaving. It seems like this is going on around you while the main situation is happening. So something around you is going to be leaving. So it's not bad is what I'm getting. So sometimes I see this card and it's like somebody's going to go through that door. It's like they haven't gone quite yet, but they're going to turn around and go through that door. And sometimes that can be the other side. Take it with a grain of salt. This is a general reading. So it doesn't have to mean that's going to happen, but I'm getting like there's no punishment for them. It's just where they're supposed to go. It doesn't have to be that. I feel like you're going to know it, but it's just putting it out there. Like that's not like a punishment thing. I don't know. I feel like that part of the reading is going to kind of waft in and out throughout this. Just be aware of it. Okay, so there's another thing going on here where somebody's been getting your attention. Somebody who I feel like is in your life. Maybe they haven't been really... They're like there. I don't know how to explain it. They're in your life, but they're not... It's not a constant energy. Maybe it's an energy that you feel like you just have to deal with and you can't get rid of. Or maybe it's an energy that doesn't really match you, but you kind of wish it did. Or if you just kind of wish it would go differently. It's a general read. It's basically an energy that's not that close to you, never seems to completely leave, and you're uncomfortable with for one reason or another. We'll just make it simple. I mean, it is a general read, right? I feel like this energy's been trying to get closer to you lately. Why? For some reason, they see the something's coming forward, and they feel like they need to be closer to you. They also might feel like they have no choice, as in maybe they've burned a lot of bridges. And through these burning of bridges, they've finally learned some things about themselves that they really were running from. But it's kind of like you can only burn so many bridges before you kind of put yourself in a corner. It's kind of like they were burning bridges, and then all of a sudden they realized they put themselves on an island, and they burned all the bridges except that bridge with Pisces might let them rebuild. And I feel like that's what's going on here. I apologize for the truck sounds. They're doing work down the road. Although that's a cool truck. Okay. We're going to keep moving forward. Because, yeah, I'm going to show you that there's a card behind it. I don't know what it is yet. Literally don't, because I haven't moved it. There's a card behind this one. There's conflict around this person. They cause a lot of issues. They say things... I feel like this is somebody who thinks they say with purpose what they're saying, but they really don't. They see the talent in you. They know you have a lot of talent. In fact, this might be a talent that they maybe rebuked in the past, or just they would not help you with. I don't know. They know you're a talented person. They know you have gifts. They know you have certain things you do very well. And I just want to be fair. When people think of talent, a lot of times they think of art. It doesn't have to be art. Could be math. Could be science. Could be the way you write, which is an art thing. Good point. But the way you're talented, there's something you're very talented with, and they see it. I feel like maybe they haven't acknowledged it in the past that much. Maybe they're struggling with still acknowledging it, but they know that you do have talent. A lot of conflict around this person. The card behind it, ooh, the star card. I feel like this person, they should have more control over their comments. Well, alright, let's be fair. This person could have more control over their comments, but maybe in the past, could be a couple years, could be a decade, could be a couple decades, they just haven't wanted to. So they just didn't. They made a mess of some things and didn't seem to think that it mattered enough to worry about it, and they just didn't. Well, whatever happens, it happens. It's fine. This is how I am. This is somebody who can have control of the messes they make, but has chosen not to over the past, especially because I've seen this conflict card in front of them. Like that's the trumping card. That's the strongest card here. They cause conflict, and maybe they liked it for a time, but I feel like they didn't realize that it's kind of like, having the ability to stay safe in an avalanche area, but setting off charges so many times that when the avalanche finally starts going, they really can't stop it, and they incurred a lot of devastation from that. They may not have been in the house when it got buried, but the house is truly buried, and they don't even know where it is, let alone what to do about that. It's wiped out. They could be that one. They could be that one. And they're trying to change that. They want to put the conflict behind them. The conflict has gotten so strong around them that they just literally want it to stop now. I'm seeing you look at this person not realizing what's going on with them. I feel like they're trying to pull you closer. You're just trying to be safe with it, in the sense of I don't want to get pulled into their drama. They're being very nice to you. But you're like, I'm just going to slow down and just see where this goes, which might be the challenge card. Why is that the challenge? Eight of Cups and the Magician card. You could just kind of ignore it if you want to. Is that... I say this as a Pisces, and I hope I didn't roll my eyes, because I think I just did. I relate to this in the sense of wanting to not. It's better to not walk away. If this is hitting, I'm feeling your first reaction is going to be I don't know about that. It's better to not walk away? I don't know. There goes another truck. Woohoo! It's better to not walk away. I'm trying to I don't really like it. Why is it better to not walk away? You're committed to the situation. It's part of why you're here. Okay, yeah. I don't mean to be like that, but I'm relating to some of this, and I'm sometimes you just want to, because there's so much. You have a lot of healing ability, and you can hold your ground. Things can change quickly. You can be a very positive influence. You still have your boundaries. Give yourself some credit. Okay. If things start going wonky, you will back off. You walked away before, you'll walk away again. You won't let somebody pull you into a mess. If it starts getting that way, you will naturally just recoil. It's not even like you have to think about it. You will just start pulling back and going back to it. So giving them a chance is not really as bad as it seems. Take it with a grain of salt. Evaluate your own situation. Of course, readings are for entertainment purposes only. We all know this. But take it with a grain of salt. They're saying, if you do this, this is good. This is really good. You don't have to, obviously. I'm cringing as I'm saying this. As a Pisces, I'm just yeah. And they keep looking at this card. Yeah, but whoever it is, it's not I don't know. It's kind of there's a lot of problems that could happen there. And I'm I don't want to really open that. I don't want to get it. It's like looking at it's like buying a house. It feels like I'm going to buy a house and I'm like, there's a lot of work and I'm not even sure I'm capable of doing that work. And it's almost like, buying that house with a couple other people. Like, not only do I have to help make it happen, I don't know if I can, and I don't know if these other people can either. That's how it feels. It's not that bad. In truth, it's not that bad, but to me, that's how it feels. Like, I'm like, oh boy, I don't even know. But that's what it feels like. But they're saying the real analogy here is like, you're not buying this house. Somebody's renting it, and you're helping them bring it up to par. If you do that, you're going to be invited to things. You're going to be able to enjoy that space just as much. It's going to be a lot of joy for you. You'll be included in this situation, but you'll also be one of the people who helped that house become what it is. So it's like you might be helping somebody rent it. You're not buying this house. But I feel like as Pisces, that's how I feel. Like I'm investing in a house that I'm like, I don't think that's really for me. They're like, no, that's not what you're doing. You're helping somebody who's renting. You're not even in ownership of that house. But you're helping make it a better place so that you can also enjoy that space in a future time and see that positive outcome of your own efforts along with everybody else's, working in tandem with other people. It is worth it. It is worth it. I'm saying this as a Pisces and I'm just like, I don't know. You do have to be aware if... somebody here with the words, they do say things like, make sure that you step back and you think about some of the things that you're getting. Like I feel like it's like a bad habit that they really have a hard time stopping. Try not to play into bad conversations. Try not to further any information here if you can help it, unless it really seems necessary. And if you do have to further information, take out all the take out all the spice I'm getting. So for example, like if it was like a really hot spicy chicken dish, they boil that chicken down a lot. And then further on the chicken, put it into something else. Like boil that down as much as you can. Get that spice out of it. You might be able to handle the spice, but I'm like, it reminds me of a spicy chicken that somebody really went ham on the salt. And it's like it's out of control. It's not even just spicy, it's just like, it doesn't taste good. So you have to boil it down, salvage what we have to, further on the nutrients where we need to. Just boil it down. I'm like, ooh, that's something. This person's making changes. They're moving forward to the truth. They will tell you things. Oh, this is killing me. They're going to tell you things that you may not want to hear. Well, if we didn't want to do it to begin with, how is that making us want to do it more? I don't know. I'm like, oh great. And I get to hear things I don't want to hear? Sign me up twice. I got to do that 2 times over. No, like it's killing me. They're saying this is worth it. This is definitely worth it. If you go through this, the information you learn, it will be beneficial. It will be helpful. You will have your place to actually create a better moment. There is success here with you. It's just one of those things where, I didn't want to know that. But then once you know it, you're like, okay, yeah, I can help here. I can help here. Once I know it, like, yeah, I can help here. This can be a great moment for you. In the realm of spiritual development, and it's my personal belief, the whole purpose of life is to develop forward spiritually. I feel like it's the only reason we actually exist. You don't have to believe that. I'm just saying that's where I stand. You could create a great moment. Whoever this is, you could show them that life can improve. You can give them a chance for things to heal. You can be that starting point to make life a better life. Not just for you, but for them. Is anything guaranteed here? No, there's no guarantee here. But there's a chance. There's a good chance. This can be great for you and for them. It's up to you. Clearly it's up to you. All right, so I didn't touch on this over here. What's leaving? What is leaving? Because I don't think you're seeing it coming. There's a friendship there might be a friendship at the same time that's walking away. What is that? Transformation, friendship, but I also get the closure card. These two fell out here. Like there's a friendship that's changing, but you might be getting closure with this friendship. Could be, it's not likely it's family, but it's possible. This is somebody who I feel like nothing has changed for many years, because these came out upside down and I'm getting they should stay upside down. Nothing has changed for many years. Two of Swords, but this is what's going to break that chain. whoever this is, they need a change. And with you in their life, it doesn't seem like it's working. You're probably not the only person that's feeling this exit. But I feel like this is somebody who's losing everything and starting over new. Somebody who's losing everything, starting over new. Things haven't been changing. For some reason, I feel like they weren't allowing you to help. So I wouldn't say there's any responsibility on your side for that, just to be fair, in case you're like, oh, was I supposed to do something? I don't think so. I feel like they weren't being authentic, and that change is happening. This is all seeming to happen over to the side. It's almost like separate from the main thing. I'm surprised it popped in here. But they're saying don't feel bad about it. Let them exit on their terms. Realize that that's their decision and you really don't have the ability to stop them. You can try to negotiate through it, but you're gonna be throwing yourself down the stairs. So if you need to do that, it's gonna be rough on you. It's gonna have the same outcome. But then again, remember, this is a general reading. Take it with a grain of salt. Reading is for entertainment purposes only. This seems to be happening at the same time. So it seems like these are completely separate situations, but they do seem to be affecting you. And the way you're feeling about one may influence your feelings about the other. And I think that's why we're showing it here, is because you're being influenced on both sides. And like, it's just, when you start feeling like overwhelmed, step back, give yourself a moment, and try to take it apart a little bit and realize, okay, that's that situation, this is this situation, and just give yourself a break from it, and just kind of like clear your energy a little bit, and just kind of like, wait a minute, for this situation I'm going to do that, for this situation I'm going to do this, and just try to realize that it's going to keep bleeding in. It's just when it's bleeding in, like, pull yourself back, set yourself up to like, okay, let me calm down. That's there. This is here. Understanding that this is how it's affecting you, but not like this situation over here is making me feel this way, so I'm judging that situation based on how I feel on this situation. Like, don't judge situation 1 based on how you feel about situation 2. You know what I mean? Be careful of that. Like, if you have a friendship from high school, don't judge that friendship based upon the traumas you're getting at work that they have no connection to. Like, it's like things at work could be very, very upsetting for you. You're so upset, then you're like, well, this person from high school is not going to do that to me either, and then judging them based on how you're feeling about that. Just realize that that's where it could bleed together. You don't want to do that. Just be aware that you're doing it. Be aware that feeling is there, and then once you see it, separate it, handle things accordingly. Are we good? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.